Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes for Forza Horizon. And I'm having a look at the Winter Championships. We've got Princess Street Garden Circuit here, which is the first event for the Going Uptown Championship, which gives you the Porsche Megane Turbo 2019. Okay, and it's a road racing event, Princess Street Garden Circuit, Edinburgh Station Circuit and Holyrood Park Circuit. Those are your events for that one. And remember, if you like Forza content, if you like this stuff, like what I'm doing, you want tips, tricks, you want guides, tunes, go and hit the subscribe button and follow the channel because I post a lot of this stuff and more. And for this event, I'm going to hit up the Trackhawk, the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk from Jeep. A800 Offroad is the tune. This is awesome, I use this, and this is one of the cars I would definitely advise everybody to have in their collection because it's so useful when it comes to these championships. It really is, and I've got the share code up there, so if you have got this car but you haven't got a tune for it, use this one. This is absolutely brilliant. This has never let me down. This is absolutely awesome, and this will definitely get you this championship completed. So let's load this in. Princess Street Garden Circuit. Okay, this is all up in Edinburgh, and you want highly skilled on, and I've gone for traction on, stability off, because I want to be able to throw it around a little bit but not sort of lose the control, particularly given it is road racing and it is circuit racing. And we're all up in Edinburgh. All these events are all centred around Edinburgh, hence for sort of going uptown. I'm taking you guys out there, got myself into second for a short bit of time, but I ended up dropping down to fifth because I misjudged it. Because I totally and utterly misjudged that one. But I'm into fourth. I've got 3 laps now. So let's just pull this back. Let's get into first place and get this championship out of the way. And the thing I don't like about circuit racing is, well, it's a circuit racing. Too many corners for my liking. I'm not a fan of corners, but give it a race down here, slap the wall, give you a nudge, go into there. Yeah, this isn't going well, but you know what? It doesn't matter because you've still got about another 2 laps to do, and I'm into third place. Once I pass these guys, I'll have no problems. Let's take this across the snow a little bit. Snow tyres, you know, they help. And onto the second lap. Got you 2 up here. You've hard braked. I'm giving you a nudge, give you a little shunt into the wall because, you know what, I'm like that. I wouldn't do that with real people, but with computer controlled cars, they're fair game. If they do it to me, I do it to them, right? But I'm in first place on this one, and on the second lap, so just go round. You're never going to build up any sort of major speed on this because of the corners, but as long as you can get into first and sort of maintain it, you'll be alright. And this is what I'm doing. Give it some hard braking. I don't want to completely crash out on this one because I've got no reason to, and just a case of keep going really through that checkpoint, slow it down a little bit further, don't clip the buildings. That was close, but I didn't clip the buildings, so that was okay. And up towards the finish line, so we're going on now to our third and our final lap. Taking this corner a bit more carefully this time. Clip the flag, go round. Yeah, I'm doing alright. This will get me first place. A little bit wide there, so I've had to pull in, which has slowed me down a little bit, but that is the risk of this circuit and everything. You can go a little bit too wide there and he will miss the flag if you're not careful, but I managed to save it, managed to pull it back, and coming up here down through a speed zone area. And yeah, let's just cement this lead a little bit, shall we? Let's try and get a little bit ahead, although probably not going to happen because I haven't really got any sort of straights. A bit of a drift tap on the building there. Through that flag, carefully does it, through that flag, and coming up to the final corner. Okay, that was good, that was a good corner. That was a good corner, I like that. Hard accelerate to the line. First place, job's a good one. That's 20 points on the board, which is where we need to be at this point in the championship. Okay, I've leveled up. Let's see, wheel spin, trash or treasure, what do we got? Somewhat decent, 5,000 credits. Yeah, wheel spins are a bit crappy, right? They really are, but let's get back into the map and let's have a look where we're going next, right? What should we do as the next one? Edinburgh Station Circuit, that'll do, that's the closest. And loading in, parked right on the traffic lights. Why not? Continue championship, continue event, pick the Grand Cherokee Trackhawk and get loaded in. Fully loaded in, Edinburgh Station Circuit. Okay, start event, I'm keeping my settings as before. Highly skilled, traction on, stability off, ABS on as well. Around this little corner, managed to get up to 7th. It's all a bit of a crush around here. Almost took out the phone box, but I'm into 6th. Let's grab 5th on this corner, shall we? Not quite. Gone a little bit too wide, hit that barrier, but I should be okay. These Edinburgh circuits are really tight. They are really, really tight, and they're not good for people like me who don't like corners. But I'm getting up a little bit of speed. I'm going to get past these guys now. Right, you're bunching up. Give you a nudge, and I'm into 3rd place. Okay, let's see if I can take 2nd. Yeah, I've took 2nd, and I've lost 2nd. I've lost 3rd as well. You cheeky bugger. You've knocked me into the wall, but I'm going to get past you. I'm down to 6th again. Yeah, this is what can happen on this. You can pass these people, but you can make a mistake or they can hit you and you end up going into walls and stuff. But I'm back into 2nd place now because I gave them a nudge. I hit the wall, but so did they. All I've got is this one in 1st place now to get past, and I've still got a lap and a bit to do. So take out some posts, give you a nudge, give it a little drift round, avoiding the wall. I do think 2nd and 3rd crashed into each other back there when I did that. Oh well, never mind. Come round here again, let's build some speed up and try and get a little bit of a gap going, because once you build your speed, you'll be alright. Even though you have to slam your brakes down at this point, clipping a flag, trying to sort of take it as wide as possible, because the last thing you want is to hit the walls and get stuck. But we're coming up now towards the end of the 2nd lap, and just carry on like this and you'll be alright. Hit the brakes hard, don't want to hit the barrier, cut it round, don't hit the bridge, and onto the 3rd and the final lap for this one. Okay, cool, right, go. These guys are a little bit behind me, but I'm not sort of calling easy win at the moment, especially as I do stuff like that and hit buildings. However, because I'm a bit further ahead, it hasn't really affected me, so I'm actually still in my 1st place, still going around and just trying to keep my foot down as much as I can until I have to slam the brakes down. Through there, do a little drift around that corner and hard brake for this one. Around there, that was okay, that was pretty respectable. Same again here, not hitting buildings, always a good sign. And just keep going. I've got the finish line up on the mini-map, so that's not too bad. Hitting the bridge slightly, but here's a finish. 1st place, job's a good one. Can't go far wrong on that one. 20 points on the board, give me a total of 40. Let's skip all this and let's get on with it. back into the map, and finally Holyrood circuit. Okay, this is alright. I don't mind Holyrood, to be fair. That's not a bad little circuit. It's definitely better than some of these inner city ones. And we're here, Holyrood Park Circuit. Okay, continue event. Pick the Grand Cherokee and get this loaded in. Okay, fantastic. Holyrood Park Circuit. Okay. No, I don't want to go up to expert. I'll stay on highly skilled, thank you. You might could probably do this on expert. I'm just going to do it on highly skilled because, well, that's just what you do them on, you know. I'm not fussed about credits. Not in the slightest. But go, 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 go. Come on. Let's take 7th. Yes. Took 7th place. Let's go and give these guys a kick, shall we? You're not doing too badly there, but I've managed to get past you into 4th, went to 6th, into 5th, into 4th. Just for top 3 now to have a little battle with. You're being a bit dodgy in that Porsche, but going there. I've got you into the corner, so I'm into 3rd. You've gone a little wide, so I'm going to give you a nudge, take 2nd off you. Tap on the barrier, and I've got you here. You've hit the brakes, so bye-bye. I'm going 1st place. See ya. Although, admittedly, this is the sort of part on the circuit where I do run into stuff myself. So it is quite feasible. I'm going to completely and utterly mess this one up. But hopefully not. Right there, little drift. Bouncing off the barriers. This is Trackhawk pinball, you know. But I'm into 1st. And once you get to this sort of position, this sort of place on the circuit, you can absolutely hammer it. You can really build your speed up. You can absolutely hammer around here and get yourself a decent bit of distance, which is what I'm trying to do here. So the finish line is there, and we get on to our 2nd lap. So I'm absolutely flooring it, but it does mean I'm going to need to hit the brakes quite hard and give it a little drift round me in order not to hit the wall. And that's actually handled that pretty respectably. That's done really well. And again, round and round and round. And this is sort of why I don't mind this circuit that much, because there's a couple of places, one little bit where if you're going to mess it up, you're going to mess it up. But the rest of it is pretty much get your foot down and just drive. It's actually alright. And this is the, if you're going to mess it up, you're going to mess it up part. Because you've got the wall, you've got that thin barrier, you can end up toppling off down the hill with. And there's just this bit at the end where you can completely and utterly lose it. But once you're past this little bit, once you've done that, and once you've spun round there, it's pretty much a case of get your foot down. And that last bit of wall was the last bit where you can mess it up. And I did clip it, but I've got a bit of distance. And now I'm on to the get your foot down, don't worry about it part. And absolutely flying round here. Absolutely flying it. And I've got the finish line right there. Take some fence out. And these guys are quite far behind me now, which is actually perfectly acceptable. I like that. But hit the brakes hard, give it a little spin. Not quite as good as last time, but I didn't lose it. It did slow me down a little bit, but nothing which is going to affect anything ever. So up here, give it a little bit of braking, a little bit of spin. Tap the wall onto the slightly more dodgy part. But there you go, give that a tap, and we're around here. Although I can afford a little tap here, a little tap there, a bit of slowing down, because I have got that lead, because the last 2 laps I've absolutely hammered it down the back end of the circuit, and that's got me a pretty respectable lead. So nice little drift round there. Do it again. No, I'm going to hit the wall, but never mind. Just go through this last little bit here, and I'm on to the fast part now. And then it's just a race to the finish line at this point. tapping that barrier a little bit. I didn't want to do that, but it doesn't really matter. Go, 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 put your foot down, make sure I do hit these checkpoints, not completely and utterly miss them. And the finish line's there, so that's it. They've got a bit further to go to catch up with me. And I've got first place, so that's a third first place. So that's another 20 points, giving me 60 in total. And that gets me the championship completion in the best possible way. Going Uptown, completed. Bing, 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 different levels of completion there. And this gets me the Porsche Macan Turbo from 2019. So that's that, guys. That's that championship completed. And remember, if you like what I'm doing, if you like this Forza stuff, and you want any tips, tricks, guides or tunes, if you like what I'm doing, hit that like, hit subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.